FEMA does, in my opinion, a very, very good job up front in terms of response and saving lives. I can tell you from my personal experience, one of my frustrations as a member of Congress is hurricane comes through, you have all this damage, you know what your needs are, Congress passes an appropriations bill, we put in a significant amount of money for the CDBG-DR program, disaster recovery program, and then it takes 3, 4, or 5 years for any money to go out the door. And in the meantime, another member of Congress has had a storm in their district and they take all my money. Well, we know how that works. So I've got a bill to help correct this. It's the Natural Disaster Recovery Program Act, and basically what it does, forget everything anybody knows about CDBG-DR. It puts in place a true block grant facilitated through FEMA where you take the unmet need, Congress appropriates the money, Congress appropriates 50% of the money up front that goes to the states. If that is used appropriately and that's verified by an audit by the state, whether it's state auditor or whoever, reports back to the appropriations committees and the committees of authorization, that checks out, they get the other 50%. It's immediate. Rather than all this finger pointing between the state and the federal government about, oh, you know, you gotta have this work plan, et cetera, it's gotta be approved at HUD. You have all kinds of miscommunication and it just takes forever. I have victims from Hurricane Florence, still have no help, recovery help. And so anyhow, personally, I think simple is better. Simple is easy to implement. Simple is easy to enforce. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yes, sir. I am an advocate of breaking down the complexity of the programs in the federal government. Having that experience coming from your home state as well, I have actually lived through some of the frustrations of the immediate recovery response, transitioning over to community block development, disaster relief grant funding as well, and having to navigate all of those. And I would offer our staff to work with your staff and any member of the committee here on how we can move forward smartly to reduce the complexity of accessing programs in the federal government and also being good stewards of the taxpayers' dollars.
Thank you. I really appreciate both of you being here today. Yield back.